What is HACCP? If you work in food production, catering, or food retail, HACCP is the systematic method for ensuring the food you produce is safe to eat. In the next few minutes, we will explain hazard analysis critical control points, how the 7 HACCP principles work, and why every food business needs a HACCP plan. Let us get started. HACCP is a systematic preventive approach to food safety that identifies, evaluates, and controls hazards that pose a risk to the safety of food for consumers. Hazard analysis critical control points, systematic approach to food safety. HACCP is the foundational food safety methodology used worldwide, providing a systematic, science-based approach to identifying food safety hazards and establishing controls that prevent them from harming consumers. The hazard analysis examines biological hazards such as pathogens, chemical hazards such as allergens and pesticide residues, and physical hazards such as glass or metal contamination at every step of the food production process. The 7 HACCP principles provide a logical, sequential framework, conducting hazard analysis, identifying critical control points, establishing critical limits, establishing monitoring systems, defining corrective actions, establishing verification procedures, and documenting the system. HACCP is fundamentally a preventive system, rather than relying on testing finished products to detect unsafe food after it has been produced. HACCP controls the production process to prevent food safety hazards from occurring. HACCP is mandated by food safety law in the European Union, the United States, and many other jurisdictions, making it a legal requirement for virtually all food businesses rather than a voluntary best practice. 4 foundational terms underpin HACCP implementation. Hazard analysis is the foundation of every HACCP plan. It systematically examines each step of the food production process to identify what biological, chemical, and physical hazards could be present and how significant each is. A critical control point is a specific process step at which a control measure can be applied to prevent, eliminate, or reduce a significant food safety hazard to an acceptable level, and it is identified through the application of a decision tree. Critical limits are the measurable boundaries that separate safe from unsafe conditions at each HACCP, such as a minimum cooking temperature of 75 degrees Celsius or a maximum pH of 4.6, and monitoring must confirm that these limits are consistently met. Corrective actions are the predefined procedures that must be followed immediately when monitoring data shows that a critical limit has been breached, covering what must be done to the affected product and what corrective action is needed to restore control. Now let us walk through how HACCP works in practice. Assemble a HACCP team with relevant food safety expertise. Assembling a multidisciplinary HACCP team is the first step, bringing together technical, operational, and quality expertise to ensure the hazard analysis is comprehensive and the resulting plan is practical and credible. Product description and consumer information establish what the product is, how it is processed, what packaging it uses, its shelf life and storage conditions, how consumers will use it, and whether it is intended for vulnerable groups. The flow diagram maps every step of the production process from receipt of raw materials to distribution, and verification through an on-site walkthrough ensures the diagram accurately reflects actual processing conditions. Hazard analysis evaluates each process step for potential hazards and assesses their significance using likelihood and severity criteria, with significant hazards then evaluated using the HACCP decision tree to determine whether a HACCP is required. For each HACCP, critical limits are established based on scientific evidence. Monitoring systems are designed to detect limit breaches in real time. Corrective actions are documented for every foreseeable deviation, and verification procedures are established to confirm the HACCP system is working. The implementation flow for HACCP moves through 5 key stages. Assembling the HACCP, let us explore the key benefits that HACCP delivers for organizations. Prevents food safety hazards before they reach consumers. HACCP prevents food safety problems at the source rather than detecting them in finished products, dramatically reducing the risk of unsafe food reaching consumers and causing illness. Implementing a documented, science-based HACCP plan meets food safety regulatory requirements in the EU, US, Canada, Australia, and most other major markets, providing legal compliance as a direct outcome. By controlling the production process systematically, HACCP reduces the frequency of food safety incidents, product recalls, illness outbreaks, and the substantial financial and reputational costs they bring. HACCP forms the technical core of ISO 22000 and all major GFSI benchmark schemes, including BRCGS, SQF, IFS, and FSSC 22000, making it the essential foundation for any food safety certification. Let us compare what organizations experience without HACCP versus with it in place. Without HACCP, food safety hazards can reach consumers undetected, regulatory compliance is uncertain, the risk of recalls and liability is high, and no recognized food safety certification is achievable. With HACCP, every significant food safety hazard is controlled at the right point in the production process, reducing consumer risk, meeting regulatory requirements, and providing the technical foundation for food safety certification. Let us bring together the essential points from our introduction to HACCP. If you want to implement HACCP step by step and build a food safety plan that meets regulatory requirements and provides the foundation for ISO 22000 certification, our comprehensive Udemy course covers every principle with templates and real-world examples. Enroll today and make your food safety system genuinely effective. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more explainer videos.